I think we've all been there at one point or other. We've gotten into a hot discussion, a hot conflict, argument of some sort. Someone says something in the heat of the moment, and you feel hurt, and then somehow, some way, both of you disengage, go crawling back into your own little world, and then wait to see what happens. It's hard when you're the person that made the comment. But what do you do? What do you look for when they said something to hurt you? What do they do when they realize they made a mistake in the heat of the moment? They might try to apologize. They might say, "I'm sorry for what I said. That was not fair. That was wrong. I was upset because I had a bad day at work," or whatever. That's fine. At least they're willing to address the situation. You can talk about it with them. On the other hand, maybe they're too prideful to say that they were wrong. Maybe they're too stubborn to do that. Maybe they're too embarrassed. What is it they might do at that point? Well, if that's the case, you can probably expect that they'll know deep down that they need to be the one to fix things. And so they're going to know that they need to make the next move. But they're probably not going to actively try to fix things. They'll probably just try to slide into your life with some friendly enough, innocent comment. Like, "Hey, did you see this funny thing I saw online?" Or, "Hey, did you hear the news about so-and-so?" Or, "Hey, guess who I ran into the other day when I was out at the place?" That's fine, Oftentimes people have a hard time dealing with intensity, and so they just try to ignore hurt feelings and just slip back into regular friendly communication. Although it's nice that they want to patch things up and they want to talk with you, I don't want you to just let it go. I don't want you to just be like, "Oh yeah, that's really funny. Hey, let's laugh about some other stuff." I want you to be willing to have an uncomfortable conversation with them because you deserve it. You deserve to have those comments addressed. You deserve to be treated with dignity. You deserve to be held in a mindful position in someone else's opinion. You can see their friendly reach out as perhaps an attempt to test the waters and see how you respond. Are you still pissed off? Are you still upset? Have you let it all go? Are you willing to laugh and just have fun? Now, they're probably scared. It's probably not the worst idea to receive whatever comment they made with a friendly enough reply. But pretty quickly after that, I do want you to shift into addressing the core problem. That's, "Hey, I know the last time we talked, things got a little bit heated there. I know maybe you said some things that you didn't mean, but the truth is it stung. I'd love to be able to laugh with you and have good times and all that again. But I just need you to at least acknowledge what happened." Something like that. That way it sets a certain boundary that you want to be treated with respect, that you want to be treated with consideration. You're not just some punching bag that's there. You're not just going to, laugh it off and take it again. You deserve better than that. You know you do. And you got to set these boundaries. You really do. If you set them enough, you won't have to be so diligent about it in the future, because people will learn how they should expect to treat you. They'll learn what you'll put up with and what you won't. But it is important to have these kinds of boundaries. And I know it's tough, especially if you're trying to get a relationship with somebody to work and it seems like they hold all the cards and all that sort of stuff. It's easy to think that, hey, it's advantageous for me to be a doormat because that way I'm not rocking the boat. That way they see me as fun and easygoing and all that. What most people are looking for in a partner isn't a doormat. What we're looking for is someone that we can build a future with. And if you're like, the majority of people I work with, you want someone that you can Maybe marry someday. Maybe even start a family if that's something that you want to do together. And, you know, if you're a woman, for example, and you want to be in a relationship with a man, you're probably not going to want a man who has no boundaries. After all, what's that going to say about his ability to, you know, stand up and fight for you and his family, your family together? It's not too promising. Likewise, if you're a man and you want to be in a relationship with a woman, how are you going to feel knowing that she's not going to stand up? You know, if you go out to work one day and she's there with the kids and someone just, you know, pushes her into a corner and does some not cool stuff to your family while you're gone, that's not going to scream, hey, I'm relationship material either. And I know those are kind of, you know, traditional ways of looking at things, but hey, we do have a lot of that kind of hardwired into us. And whether you want to say it's society or evolution or biology or whatever, that's not my place to say. It is something that men and women are going to think about. The only people that really want a doormat are people who feel fundamentally disempowered in their own lives and want someone else to boss around. Someone that they can bully. And let's be honest. You and I both know you deserve better than that. So be willing to step up and stand up for yourself when you need to. Be willing to set a boundary. Because you obviously do deserve it. If you like this video, it'd mean a lot to me if you could hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel. With that being said, I'll talk to you next time.